Go.
Two dads, one dut. The Hot Takes Podcast. Episode 76.
Pick up sticks.
Beer me. Oh, pickup sticks would have been good.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Nothing. We're back.
We
We're
are.
recording.
Confirmed.
We're here.
Yes.
It's draft season.
Week 9.
Week 9.
Pivotal week.
Okay.
As you can tell.
Yeah, alert.
Sounds going off.
Yes.
We're going to get the pod started with a little house cleaning, a little shop talk. We're bringing you the wabs because everybody needs to know what happened to us over the past week.
Your wabba.
Yeah, baby.
Yummy.
Top 3, of course, it's draft season. By the title, it's beers.
It is.
Beers.
Beers be.
The
It's
beers
beer
you
time.
The beers you drink.
We're going to close the pod.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows, with the hot take.
Yeah.
Before we get started,
We'll find out.
Trav,
Yes.
it's you.
I know. Hold on. I always do this. I forget to pull it up. So keep spitballing with me. Let's just keep talking. You know what I mean?
Keep talking. Keep it going.
Yeah,
Peas and
I mean,
carrots.
you know.
Peas and carrots.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm pulling it up here.
And he hasn't been drinking before the beer episode.
No, I haven't. So give me a fucking.
It's ironic. It might be a dry episode.
Right?
We're talking beers.
Yeah. Here we go.
Fucking Dues?
Beer Me, episode 76, is brought to you by our beautiful people over at First Shield Defense. Self-defense is a fundamental human right. A lot of people don't understand that. First Shield Defense does. They provide a way for everyone to learn something new in their weekly classes, and they place a high value on your time. They offer 2 types of classes, Apex Concealed Carry and Krav Maga. In their Apex program, you will pull the trigger at least 500 times in 1 hour, and at the same time, learn how to fight with your gun. The Krav Maga classes will teach you how to protect yourself without a gun. Fisticuffs. Send First Shield Defense a message on Facebook or Instagram to get started. FirstShieldDefense.com.
As always, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon. And yes, we have the cameras. Yes, you can see our faces. And yes,
Right here.
we're on YouTube, baby.
Subscribe.
Smash the like, hit the subscribe, Sker, drop in the beat.
On the drop, y'all.
Lamar Jackson, 5 for 5.
He bet it good. He bet it good. Bet nice. I like.
And we are back. 2 dads, 1 dut, the Hot Takes Podcast. I am your 1 dut, Justin Dutteray.
Trav Dad. One of the 2 dads. Fake dad. Beloved dad nonetheless. Travis.
Trav S.
Jacans. Savart Snickens.
That's him. Real dad.
Yeah.
The dad of the pod. Sker dad. Brandon Brenner.
All right.
To get started, before we get started, it's recap season.
To get started,
Before we get started. Sker, you got 30 seconds, man. Tell us what you got. Take us home with it.
Hey, as being the OG gamer of this table here,
Being as how I like to play them there video games.
Nintendo 64. I mean, obviously is my jam. The people spoke.
This guy played 1 actual game off of our list of 9.
Crushed
So,
it.
Context.
We all know what's out there. What can I say? Some people got GM skills. I see the talent. I evaluate it. I made my picks.
Just to step on it briefly.
Ooh.
Sker, you got 30 seconds about my shit on you.
Yeah.
You picked the game, albeit GoldenEye is arguably one of the best of all time. Don't get me wrong. Super fun.
Goated.
But the other 2
We're awesome.
are just the classic, like, you shell up by yourself. You got fucking fast food around you, Mountain Dews for days, which I don't hate that. But, like, you're not doing anything with anybody. We wanted to get people involved. You know what I mean?
No.
And somehow the people didn't like that. Which
People didn't like that, man. People picked whatever game they like playing the best.
And that's where I'm
what
going
the
to have
criteria
to call
was.
out our people, the Offspringers. I think your taste in 64 games fucking sucks.
Whoa!
Respectfully.
So here's the thing.
Shots fired at you boys and gals.
If you're not nerdy gamers today,
Yeah.
you love those games.
Wait, say that again?
Like, basically, if you don't play Call of Duty or Apex or Modern Warfare, you
Call
love
of Duty
these
Modern
games.
Warfare is synonymous, but
Either way-
I
exactly.
good for trying, yeah.
Right. So the guy who won the draft knew his audience. He knew what 64 was about. He didn't care about your friends. You're not playing online.
It wasn't existing yet.
Exactly. My point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what am I worrying about? Getting the gang together. We're all having fun. No.
You don't know about just getting into a basement
But
with
those
some
are
boys.
yours were sleepover games. It
Yeah.
doesn't make them the best games because there's 5 days in a week, only 2 days in a weekend.
Dude.
So you're playing those 2 days where you play this game, Zelda, probably every day.
Yeah.
That's fucking nerdy,
You've logged
dude.
more. You've
Buddy, you
logged
play
more
Apex
hours.
with the lights off and fast food wrappers and Mountain Dews all around you.
I've
I
seen the
love
statements.
it. Yeah, it's sick, dude. It's so tight.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Congrats on the win, man.
Crushed it.
Yeah. To recap, so Dutt is still in a very tight lead now with 4 total wins. Sker gets his 3rd of the season, and I have 1. So
You're right in it.
You're right in it, baby.
here we go. First things first. Now that we're started, we'll get started. This is another mistake that always sucks to make. Happened today. Brothers, I'm telling you, this is serious. When you forget how to write your name in cursive,
Oh, bud.
sheer panic mode. I don't know what happens, but I had to sign stuff today for the paperwork for your cousin JR, and I just instantly blanked.
It's your signature. You don't have to sign it.
He
in
does this
cursive.
once a year.
No shit, dude. And I had grabbed a piece of paper and I tried to do it on the piece of paper, and I'm like, holy fuck, I've lost it. But then we have to sign like our deposit slips and stuff for end of night paperwork, and somehow doing it on there where I'm like not thinking about it, but I'm thinking about it. It's like that weird subconscious pulls me out of like the darkness, and I instantly was like, I'm fucking back, and just bah, 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 done. And I was like, that was close.
You forgot how to sign your name.
Well, and
Forgetting how to
cursive-
sign your name
Well,
is different
first
than
cursive,
writing in
let's
cursive.
not compare your name in cursive to your signature.
Yeah, they're different.
Because you barely make out a T,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes the J part
What
of
is
it
that,
just looks
Naruto?
like a penis.
Yeah, so let's not talk about it. It's cursive.
But here's the thing. If I was a famous person, people would be fucking smitten by that. They'd be like, oh, you see this guy's signature? It's kind of dope. It's just fucking...
Nope.
Yeah. That's
But
all,
there's
all
a difference
signatures.
between signature and writing your name in cursive.
Oh, 100%. I don't write
I really
cursive.
thought you had to write your name in cursive, and I was like, "What do you write?
No, because I don't
A
have the
3rd grade fucking?"
I don't have like the sexy letters to make them go. I mean, the Travis part would probably look kind of cool, but I think the Jenkins part looks fucking gross.
Actually, in cursive, Jenkins would be way better to write than Travis.
Yeah,
No.
Going from the V to
The
the
big
I is
swoop.
not good.
yeah.
Yeah, you can make a big, sexy J, come back with it. Oh, yeah.
What if I do Savart Snickenge?
Terrible.
But that looks
Called
way
down
sexy.
Stanley Yelnats.
Either way, it was nuts. I panicked, and it's one of those mistakes when they suck to make. Like when you forget how to do that. There was a day, like the last time I did it, I want to say I filled out an entire sheet of paper trying to get it back, and like I couldn't.
It's terrible.
And then one day you not even think about it, and you just done,
It's never happened to me
and
yet.
it's back.
I
It's
guess.
it's insane. Okay, so shop talk. Well, it's mistakes. They're done.
Yeah, mistakes. All right.
so-
LDMs, little dumb mistakes.
Like that segment.
Yeah, this one's great. I wish you could have been a fly on the wall because it happened at work. We encountered the horniest kid of all time.
Hell yeah! All the kids shooting a shot.
So for those of you that have seen my Instagram, I posted one of his DMs, and for lack of a better term, the kid's just straight up pervert. Like
Love
this
it.
dude's hornier than fuck. And these messages are just like tits. And it's just like, no. Okay, tits and bra then. No. Videos for 35 though. And then it's like, I don't have 35. What about 5? And it's like just one boobie. Like they're grungy, they're gross. And just imagine you hear those videos of like fuckboys that shoot their shot.
Yeah.
That was this kid's Instagram DMs that was just on one of our what would you call it? Like the public demo
Display
Demo
phone.
phone, the display phone.
Yeah, and he's just logged in, and this guy's just putting in time and effort. And to his credit, I mean, he got a couple shitty boobies.
That's still on the phone.
Yeah.
You gotta get a hard reset on that, dude. FBI is gonna come for that phone.
Well,
Man.
yeah. So the only reason we found out about it is because one, he's creepy as fuck, and he just walks in, and he had been coming over and just like hanging out and loitering for a couple days straight. And then one day, Sker just goes, "We should probably check the phone to see what he's doing on this thing." And sure enough, it's Instagram, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. Like maybe he just doesn't have a phone. Like let me just use this guy. The DMs were sticky and they were gross.
I love that for that kid, dude.
Some of them were like, "Hey, like you're so beautiful," and it's like, "Hey, I'm gonna call the cops."
Well, the thing of it is, too,
You
like,
guys probably should,
if-
honestly.
yeah.
That's what we tried to debate.
But like if you're as we talked about it a couple weeks ago, if you're not up on like the the anagrams or the acronyms, you might not even be able to follow the conversations
Oh yeah.
because it's just letters and you're just
Yeah.
like, I don't know what they're talking about, and then all of a sudden you're just like profanity.
Yeah. it's just-
Oh, okay.
This guy's
Fucking
just
boobs, man.
60 haze, and then just right after it's just GTFO. These chicks are just telling him to get bent. But yeah, dude, it was wild to see. And again, it kind of just paints it all into perspective where it's like, if you're just a semi-decent looking chick, somebody's going to pay you money at this point now because of OnlyFans and the door that it's open to just see you naked or see something provocative. And there's going to be a price tag on it.
Stales all this time,
Know
man.
your worth, ladies. Know your worth.
And that's why I said, if I was a chick, I don't know. I'd probably show a boob or two
Oh,
for a
buddy.
quick 20.
There's no doubt about it.
Could you imagine if, okay, so hypothetical, think about it. You're out there living it up and you're hungry and you're like, hey, I'll send you a picture of the, the Yarbos. But
Send
you
me
got
some DoorDash.
send me some Chipotle. Now we're talking. That's called
Jesus.
transaction.
It's just prostitution, basically, man. That's what that is.
Well, then you're
Foodstitution.
giving your address out at that point too. You're just double whammy. The guys, the
No,
person
I'll just go to Chipotle and get it, but they got to order it, put it in. I'll pick it up off
Cash
the
at me,
shelf.
baby.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Send me that Apple Pay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think it's something to think about there. But either way, yeah.
get some help, bud.
Shout out to Caleb. Won't give away his last name.
Dang, dude, putting his whole name out there.
Yeah.
Caleb with a K.
See. But he is horny. Confirmed.
Confirmed horny.
Those things were so
I bet you I
gross.
know that kid because I go to the Wings and Ribs, and there's a kid that just walks in and tries to shoot his shot at the girls that work the register right there. And then he always pretends like he's getting food, and then he leaves.
You're probably thinking of the same kid because
We're not going to say any more about him.
okay, we're pretty sure we should call the cops, but we didn't know in what way because it's like you almost need to figure out the age of the women first before it's like anything, right? Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's for a forensic detective to do, man. That ain't for you guys. You just got to be like, hey, man, you might want to
Citizens
check
arrest.
this kid. Dude.
Citizens arrest.
The Offspring's getting huge here, man. We can't put people on blast. We don't know who's listening now.
He could be listening right now.
Literally
Caleb,
and
knock it off.
figuratively.
Shut up. Okay, next. That one was a little heavy, so I think I'm gonna skip one, come back to it, and go to the lighthearted one. This one, multiple versions of songs on like music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Knock it the fuck off. I don't want to download a Justin Bieber song that's his single of What Do You Mean, and then the album comes out, and then it's like, oh, you haven't downloaded this yet, so I fucking inadvertently downloaded it again. And then the deluxe version of the album comes out, and What Do You Mean's on there, and it says I haven't downloaded it yet. The fuck I have. I did it the very first time. Don't make me download 3 versions of this song when they're the same fucking song.
But they're remastered.
They're not.
It's money, man. It's
That's
right.
money.
They did it. They something slightly changed.
It's
Yeah.
horse shit.
Oh, I'm not
That's
saying
more
it's
than
not.
dreams.
Now I have a playlist with 3 of the same song in it, so the chances of that one getting played more than these other ones, like people need the same amount of love.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yes. But you get what I'm saying. Like,
No.
I don't know how there isn't an algorithm or something out there that like.
Why are you downloading the single when he
Because-
has albums?
So here's a perfect example. Morgan Wallen, You Proof
Okay.
comes out. It's a single.
okay. I see
Now
what
when
you
his
mean.
album comes out, because he's teased, a couple of the bangers, you download it again on the album because it doesn't show the heart next to it or you haven't added it to whatever. Just know that I've already chosen you. You've made the cut. I don't need you to make it again. You don't fucking get it. I hate you.
I'm just curious on when you're making these playlists, why are you adding an entire album to a playlist?
I'm not. You're missing the point, man.
You said playlist. I get what your point is of downloading a song, then the album comes out, you're no longer downloading that song anymore because you have to download the whole album. Now that song's on the album, so you're downloading it twice, correct? Or am I wrong?
Let me try and explain it to you like you're 5.
I just said it. You're downloading the single.
Correct.
Then the album comes out.
And so you have a whole
Then you have to
plethora of
download the whole album and that song again.
No, you get to pick and choose what songs you want. That's just day one stuff, brother.
I'll just download the whole album.
That's stupid because some of the songs suck and we all know that.
If you get to pick and choose the songs, then it's up to you not to pick the song. So if you're picking it yourself multiple times, that's on you, bro.
That's on you,
again,
bro.
It shows hearts on Spotify if you've added a song. This is the whole point of my argument, you stupid fucks.
But if you know in your head you already added it,
I
why
don't
would
know.
you add it again?
I don't know because so much
You
time
do
has
know
lapsed.
because you're doing it 3 times.
That's what
You're
she said.
listening to it already.
No
It's
shit.
already on playlist.
Dude, so the song fucking comes out, we'll say in January, and then he drops his album in July. I don't fucking remember what January Travis added to his playlist.
But I have
or his,
691
But you know that
songs
his
in my library, and I
single
can name
comes on.
off every one of them.
You bet your sweet ass I can.
But you know
Top
that the
Gun theme
single came
music.
from that album.
Indiana Jones.
And you've heard it
The
before.
March.
And it's already
Batman.
on a playlist.
You don't get it.
I just want you. You need to be better, man.
I thought you were just
this is a
downloading
problem.
the whole album again.
I
get that, but you're picking and choosing from the album.
This is an algorithm quietly combed through it on the back end problem. You should fix this on its own.
But they can't because it's technically a different song in some way, shape, or form. So it's going to allow you to re-download it.
And that's where we need to get into the real thick of it, because these musicians and these fucking, record labels, I get it. You want the streams, you want the plays. It'll get more. Fuck off.
No, literally, some of it comes out like there's this whole thing with Taylor Swift where like her studio was just jobbing, or whoever her record company was, owned like an insane amount of rights to her songs. So she basically just released her songs again with like a minor tweak, but it was Taylor's version.
Yeah, Scooter Braun, dude.
That being said, her new album does in fact fuck. It's really good.
Yeah, dude, you're a Taylor Swift fan.
Swifter.
You're Tay-Tay.
She swift me right in.
There you go. I fixed your problem,
dude.
man.
Shop talk. Okay. Well, that one got a little heated too. So then, let me. This one actually is a lighthearted one. I'm pretty sure. I think we'll be able to agree on it. It's whenever a white guy instantly starts acting different and speaking different around black guys. It's one of the funniest things I'll ever witness. Like, it's truly one of those like phenomenons
Who's talking about, dude?
in like society.
Yes.
So again, with all the like streamers and like people just getting really big with just, like YouTubers and all that.
Sweet throw turd.
LeBron James' son, Bronny, went on one of these streams and like a bunch of TikToks have been made about it because, again, there's some smoke show that's famous for nothing other than being hot.
Nice.
And she's like, "Oh, hey, Bronny, what's up?" And the guy that's doing the stream's like, "Hey, yo, what up, fam? How's it going, dude? Yeah, it's good to see you." And like 4 seconds prior to that, he's like, "Yeah, so Bronny's coming over. He's going to join the stream here in a second." And then daps him up and just goes like full ghetto mode. And I'm like, you know that you can just keep being you, right? Like, that's okay. It's weird. But shout out to Bronny, because this chick clearly shoots her shot at him and is just like googly eyeing him and shit. And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm good. Like, don't need you, sweetie. Like, I get that I just turned 18, so I'm legal to like people now and I'm a big deal. But no."
Have you met my friend Caleb?
Nice.
I'm sure he's DM'd you. He's found you. The list was pretty long. Okay, shop talk. I think we're going to have to save that one for another day.
Okay.
Yeah. This one for daylight savings time. So I told you I had something on it. Do we go forward an hour? Do we go backward an hour? Does anybody truly know?
Fall back.
We fall
Spring
back.
forward.
For a fact, we know which one happens.
Okay. Well, the thing that freaked me the fuck out is, again, dog sitting still until this Thursday, which is when this episode will come out, so I'll be done. Shout out to that.
Uncle Bill.
You talk about getting added to the fucking list. I woke up, and for better or worse, my mom has this goated clock that just shines the time up on the ceiling like a bat signal. I think it's great. And then she has an alarm clock up on her tall dresser to the right.
So you have to get out of bed to turn it off?
No, it doesn't go off. It's just another clock. So there's now 2 clocks. And then my phone's plugged in, which is a clock. And then in the kitchen, there's the microwave and oven. There's like 6 clocks around me. And so I woke up more discombobulated than I've ever been. And I don't know if I love it or hate it, because now, like, it's just nice to wake up and the sun's up. But then it just sucks at 5:01. It's just pitch black.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off.
And I think we need to all just come to a conclusion to make the time one set time.
I thought they passed that law that we were getting rid of.
Yeah. And
daylight savings time, and then they were just like, nah.
And how weird is that's just something we vote on one day and we're like, all right, son. So.
Well, it's for the I thought it was for
it's
the
for
farmers.
The farmers, yes.
Yeah.
And it's funny how like a couple months ago when we were talking about this, you were shitting on me about it. And I'm like, I don't need it to be light out at 10 p.m. Like, give me some light in the morning. Let's get a compromise here. We're good to go.
Being lighter longer is still good. I'm just saying I agree with it being brighter in the mornings. Like, it's just kind of nice. But, okay. Shop talk. Last thing.
Last thing.
Last thing. Kind of goes with like the topics we've been talking about, but we're just moving into an era where people literally want to film everything. I mean, I get that we're filming our pod right now, but did you watch or see videos of Jake Paul and how he did like the WWE like wrestling match?
Who's that?
Love that response. He basically, towards the end, it was him and Roman Reigns were fighting for the title, and everybody thought Jake Paul was going to get it because it's just like, why not? Like, you're the next figure type thing. He at one point gets Roman on a table, and he's going to do the classic, like, jumps off the ropes, like, lands on him, does a whole, spiel, takes a phone out of the audience, which I'm assuming is his, and just films a video while he's doing it all. And I'm like, at what point are we just like, it's more about creating the moment versus truly being in the moment? Like, it's just getting really annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a sick vid.
But it's dumb as fuck. Like,
It's not. I see it at concerts all the time where the artist just, you're in the front row and he's like, cool. And then sings a song with it. And I'm like, that's a sick ass video for that dude.
That's inadvertent. My point is, Jake Paul.
I would be irate. He just snatched my phone.
Dude, the one guy threw his phone up and Meg Thee Stallion just starts twerking on it, and you're just like staring into her butthole.
Gross.
It's wild.
Gross. That's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
you do something like that, oh my gosh.
Nuts.
You mean
Nutsville.
to tell me if Justin Timberlake doesn't grab your phone and sing into it and then hand it back to you, you're not like,
You're crying a river.
sick, I love that phone.
No, because a
I
part
love
of
that
me
video
is
forever.
going to be like, am I going to get my phone back?
It's Justin.
Yeah, you're going to get it back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can try. He's fine. He'll throw it back to you. I'm sure he's got an arm. Yeah.
Some people aren't backed up to the cloud.
I just think it's one of those where
Done.
we need to quit. Like, everybody's just filming fucking everything. Like, I really do think we're moving towards that universe or world where everywhere you turn, somebody's going to be recording a video of themselves or doing something.
Well, you see those people juicing up Joker's water? And I mean tennis Joker.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, I'm pretty sure it's like his trainer and his brother, and they just have like a duffel bag, and then they just start. It looks like they're just giving them water.
Yes.
Is what it looks like. But
Yeah.
then they're like, some dude sees them, and he's like, all right. And then they try to like make a wall, and they're just like, and then they give it to the lady, and the lady walks it over, and she's like, and he just goes, and then like sticks it in the back. So it's like a yellow water bottle that gets filled up by his brother and trainer, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
What?
And he's just like, all right. And
What's-
everybody's like, what the fuck is in this?
Yeah. What's the point of this video or story?
Saying it's steroids. But I'm just saying that somebody's recording all the time.
Yeah, it's just this guy that's
So it's
just
like
bent
he's
down in
playing
the chair
tennis.
doing this.
And then he's just looking over at his brother, like filming his brother when the tennis match is going on, and they're doing some shady shit.
Oh, focal point's not on
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
Put the phones down.
yeah.
Put the phones down. Let people cheat in peace, man.
Look up more, would you? Come on. Okay. Shop talk. That's it. That's all I got. Any shop talks?
Yeah, man. If you win the lottery tonight, you quit your job?
No.
No?
Nope.
We talked about it. Well, I guess you.
I mean, eventually, yes, but I wouldn't quit for probably 6 months.
3 weeks.
So you got fired?
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't go out like that.
Yeah.
Can't ruin it.
Sarcasm's cranked to 1,000. We were talking about it before you got here. It's like somebody gives me some fucking lip, and they're like, "I want to talk to your boss." I'd be like, "You want CEO, CFO? You want the treasurer, the governor? Who do you want? I'll call him right now." And
But
then
I don't think
I'll do one of these.
That. I wouldn't be any different, and I don't think you would too, to be honest with you.
I would.
Would you take a sabbatical? At least like a 6-month sabbatical, just enjoy it?
Bask in it.
Nah.
Or would you wait till the kids like that summer would be an epic summer?
Or would you just do the thing, like for me personally, I would just start working 9 to 5, even though that's not my schedule. And then I'd just be like, so I'm fired now? I can't just work 9 to 5 anymore? Like, well, here's $1 million. How about that?
I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, please and thank you.
No, I mean, realistically, again, because everybody probably in the country has had this discussion over the last month.
Have to.
I probably wouldn't say anything to anybody. I would get everything lined up.
Go to an island.
And then the last day of school, I would take my kids and family and whoever could come for as long as they wanted, wherever we would go. And that way, by the time I got back, the story's blown over. Everybody's on to the next person. People forget about me.
Yeah.
And then you just come back and...
I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Like, I don't think people know.
I mean, if you can be anonymous.
Yeah.
Not in Indiana, you can't.
Oh, really?
No, they have the right to say your name.
Nice. Savart Snickens.
But I mean, I think we're
W.
talking it's either the second or the third largest jackpot.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to be out there for a little while, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
And I'm not saying like the people that know you. It's going to be the people that don't. That like just, Travis Jenkins, and now I know his Instagram. Then you're going to just get hit up everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
On every platform. In every way, shape, or form.
I'd probably welcome it. I would just sort through until I got to the blue check mark people and then sort through those people to see who I actually gave a fuck about. If I was like, you know what? Here's $1 million. I'll go hang out with Drake. Why not?
I don't think the blue check mark people are caring about you. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They would when I start throwing $10 million in their face. You can buy anything you want, brother. I'm telling you that right now. Respectfully. If I have $1 billion, there's a number.
What is Drake gonna do for $10 million?
I'll just tell him it's my 21st birthday.
He's gonna say no.
Not with that hairline, bud.
It's my 31st birthday.
It's my 40th. He probably be like, all right.
This guy's kind of
Over
weird.
the
but
hill, dude.
He
Let's
loves
do
my
it.
music. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Sing me 3 songs. Win.
But I think if you embrace it the way you do,
Yeah.
then you would just become a personality. You'd be a Jake Paul.
I'd love
You
it.
know what I mean? You just become an Instagrammer.
You just said you
influencer.
hated him.
Well, because of what he does. I do it differently.
Yeah, but you would just become an influencer. You would just be the lotto guy, and that would be your
Yeah,
thing.
and
then
I
you're
would
just, like,
influence
out here-
people in the right way.
But then you'd be recording everything that you just said that you hate.
I
and people need
wouldn't.
to
My
stop.
team would.
Exactly.
I'd have a
It would be
team.
you'd have to have a team.
I'd call it the DT, the dad team. Baby, let's ride. Yeah, okay. That's a great question. I mean, you got to ask. It's Tails Old's time.
100%.
It's right here. It's
What-
out there.
So here's the thing.
Would you stop cutting hair?
I would only cut friends and family because I couldn't cut strangers no more. Because then my insurance would just have to go through the roof, and people would just be like, "Oh, he cut me," and like they would move and like do something to where like they would just try to sue me.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you got to think about it, man. People always try to get over on you.
Told you, dude. I would move to the highest, tallest building.
I would open up shops, like all the barbers there.
Yeah.
So like all those barbers would be out of debt. Like
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
probably buy the building. Like I'd
So
own that plaza and like do things like that. So I'd just be like a money guy behind it, and I
'Cause-
would just cut friends and family.
The fact that you have essentially, it would be right under $1 billion. So we'll say you have $900 million. There's not a lot in this world that you could not just find somebody and give somebody a check to
Yeah.
just, now it's mine. And that's a crazy thing to think about, but it's kind of fucking tight.
Yeah.
I would buy a B-dubs 100%.
You just franchise your own B-dubs?
I
You
would
could do
build-
that for like $10,000.
I just realized what I would do. I like your idea of getting like all the fun people that I have in my life. They would come with me whether they wanted to or not. Like we're gonna Noah's Ark this bitch and go somewhere because you'll be fine. Obviously, actually, we're spitballing. I like it.
We're P-jetting to Vegas, dude.
How many people could you have with you, like in your, we'll call it your lottery posse, before it would like bleed you dry quicker than you realize? What do you think that number is?
Well, what's the payroll?
Like, so everybody would live comfortably, obviously.
Okay.
But like everybody's quitting their jobs. Like we're basically just all gonna go just live at large.
Yeah.
Like what do you think that where would you stop that number for people in your posse?
I mean, like, what are your like when I say like, what are my expenses? So you're gonna say, okay, Sker, you're my PR guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we're out places, are you picking up the tab everywhere we go?
I would argue, or I would think with the circle, which if you're not this person, then you're probably moving down a couple pegs. You're picking them up here and there. I'm picking them up more times than not. You know what I mean? Like it's just a feel game. I feel like that's what picking up tabs always is. It's just a feel game.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it just depends on how big your posse is. If you're paying 25 people
Yeah.
a good sum of money,
Right.
I mean, again, it's almost $1 billion. If you run out, that's a huge you problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But that's what I'm saying. I think there is a crazy, like if we really had the,
I feel like you could have like 2,000 people on your team, and
that's,
then it would take you like 10 years to run out of money.
that's a fuck ton of people. So now I
Yeah.
know I'm good.
Yeah.
don't
So I
know
know
that
you'd
many
be
people.
good.
Cause yeah, I was thinking it's probably like 50.
Like 50 is like a reasonable number.
Yeah. And like, that's just,
I feel like you could have.
what's
so many
990 or 1 billion divided by 50?
No, so if you have 50 people and you pay them $100,000 a year,
Yeah.
you're shelling out $5 million a year.
Ooh, we're kind of fuck way sooner than I thought.
So times 20, that's $100 million. That's a tenth of your bounty, if you will.
in
So-
20 years?
Correct.
Oh, we're fine,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I mean, that's $100,000, bud. Early on, you're going to be shelling out cash, I bet, a little bit more than that.
Right. But anyways, back to the original thing. I don't even remember what it was.
You were just saying you like my idea of taking people with you because they would go whether they want.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
I would probably rent some sort of house in like a Florida or just like an islandish, and I would just say, hey, come for as long as you want, leave when you have to, because
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna have a job
Yeah.
to go back to.
Yeah.
Me and my family will probably be here for the entire summer,
Right.
and then
Yeah. Like
when
I would buy houses.
Right.
Like
Just
I'd have
wherever
a
you want
West
one.
Coast house. I'd probably have like a Northwest house. I'd
Yeah.
have like a Florida house, like a New York.
I just remembered what it was. So you would have your, place where you set up shop.
Yeah.
Like, this is home fucking base. This
I'd still live in Fort Wayne.
100%.
I don't know if I would.
I would.
I guess, but I would make my fortress here. Like, I'm talking, I would have a genuine drawbridge, like a moat.
It's borderline Freeland Estate, like, is what I would do.
What do you mean?
So the Pizza Hut guy.
The Pizza Hut
Dick
guy.
Freeland.
Oh, yeah, that whole, yep,
Yeah.
okay. Because then I was thinking that, but like, I'm going fucking Richie Rich with it, where I have a B-dubs in my house. Like, I have everything I need there because
You're the worst.
I would not
fucking
have a
love it.
B-dubs in my house.
Why
I would have
would
a
you-
private chef.
I would have a B-dubs, but you don't have to pay employees.
I don't need a B-dubs. I just need the sauces, and you can get those at. I could get those at Kroger
Okay.
right now.
First of all, we've already came to the conclusion we don't go to B-dubs for the food. We go for the experience.
And
Yeah.
that's what
So
I
you're
would
just going to B-dubs every day.
No,
Yeah.
because that's fucking rich of you to say, because I know your dumbass would wake up out of a hangover on Sunday and you would be fucking thrilled if there's a Dubs right outside your doorway.
No.
The same immaculate vibes.
No, I'm not Ryan
you-
Phipps.
you-
dude. I'm not gonna love a Dubs in my house.
You got 50 friends there, obviously, family too, just
I would
ready
have a
to
Regal
go.
Theater in my house. I'd have that.
Yeah, that would be a fucking
But I'd
sweet.
probably
yeah.
build like a gigantic like barn, and it would just have like a
Yes.
basketball court, a fucking outdoor whatever, and I would just build like a whole bunch of cool shit that I could walk to and do it.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't have a B-dubs in my house.
I think I would have something.
No, I'd have a private chef, and he would just make
Ah,
B-dubs
no.
wings. Dude.
I would
like the
have to
sauces
have-
are the best part. I don't need the dubs.
Well, because
they're terrible, uncomfortable chairs.
I'd have to have a pizza place in there, or just a guy that's always throwing dough.
Yeah, just build one of those gigantic brick ovens, dude.
Just
You're just eating Neapolitan pizzas all day.
Yeah, just a guy dough thrower all
You're
day.
just one pie. Everybody knows the rules, man.
What is the over-under on
Yeah.
how many days before you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm over you guys? Because I think in your head, you just assume that, like, everybody's going to be around you 24/7.
No, it'll be fun as shit, but it's like the Lil Wayne Drake 10 bathrooms I could shit all day. Like, I'll be a part of the house. You'll never see me.
Yeah, just have like your own wing that's
Yeah.
like cut off. Like
Beauty and the Beast style. Like, I haven't seen this guy in fucking 10
like
weeks.
Dark Knight Rises. Like you just lock the west wing. Nobody's allowed over.
Set me a tray outside, butler.
So in your head, do you think people are living with you?
Duh. Why not? What? Here's an idea. Do you want to live your normal life or a life where everything's free? Gee, I wonder.
I don't think people would live. I'd be at your house all the time. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
like,
I'd
you
live-
think,
I
like,
don't know
just
if I'd live in your mansion.
Me and the
with you.
fam are just coming
you
over?
would live there because I would build it accordingly. You guys are so You don't get it.
You're just building fucking.
We can do whatever we
just
want.
build
We
all
have
houses.
a fucking
You just-
$billion.
Just build your own neighborhood then, and just have all your friends be your neighbors.
I'm not a psycho. I want you guys all in the same building.
That's
That's worse. That's way worse.
I would love it. And you just have like little like hallways where it's like
No.
Sker's Pass, Dut's Dungeon. Like, I would love
You
it.
buy a
I hate
plot
that
of
I'm
like
the dungeon.
20 acres and just start plopping houses on
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Well, because you guys don't even want to come over. So why the fuck would I give you
I
property?
said I do want to come over. I don't want to live there.
Yeah, it's not my residence.
You got one option. What
Either
if-
live there or don't live there. I
what
guess
if
I'm living there.
What if I told you?
Molly?
Yeah.
we got to live at Travis.
You're going to turn
No.
into the Richards game. You just have no fucking friend. You
No,
thought it
but
was going to be great.
Yeah, it will be. But so imagine like the red pill, blue pill scenario, but instead it's one pill, you just get a flat 100 grand. Not the candy, the cash. The other pill, it is free 99 contingent on living with me in my fortress domicile.
Give me the 100K.
Man,
I live with you.
friendship deleted.
I'd
Okay.
live with you.
Thank-
Molly, we're living with Travis.
See? It's not that bad, dude. It's not that bad. I'm just saying. Okay. That was good stuff. I hope we win.
Oh my god,
If I win, dude, you guys are so fucked.
this pot is so fucked. Dude.
No. Last thing.
Last thing.
You'd have to buy a helicopter or a plane.
No.
Yes.
Stop. There literally, Bodie came in and we were talking about this, and he was like, "Oh, if I won, I would be done with land travel."
Submarines
I said,
only.
"What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm buying choppers and I'm having pads wherever I go." I was like, "So you're just gonna take a chopper to the Kroger
Get to the
down the
chopper."
street?" He goes, "Yeah, why not? I would just pay to have put a pad on top of their deal."
I would just pay for the personal shopper.
No,
Like,
that's
why
what
would I run to Kroger?
Right,
I'm
I was
not
like,
running
this
to
is
Kroger,
why-
dude.
no, where you're messing up.
That's why
is
the lottery's too big now. Multiple people need
No.
to win this because
People-
one person gets enough.
people are sleeping on the limousine now. They've done a lot of work. Like, you can get a sick limo where it's basically just like an apartment on wheels. Just drive me around in that. I don't
Yeah,
give a
I'm
fuck.
getting a Sprinter wherever I go.
Yeah, I still want to go out into the world and do stuff.
I'm getting a personal driver. I'm getting a Sprinter.
Yeah.
And then I'll just rent private jets if I need to go to Indy.
Yeah.
Why don't I just get like a sick RV like Madden used to travel around in?
Yeah, with road
Yeah.
rules.
Right. I don't need a limo if I'm going to travel
Well, that's
on
why
by
you get the
land.
Sprinter,
Yeah.
dude. That's why you get the Sprinter.
And we're sitting courtside everywhere we go. Just know that too. Jack Nicholson, watch out. We are Lakers fans now.
We're courtside at Mad Ants, baby. We're heckling all the G League people.
Sad ants. I'll just pay fucking whoever's injured. I'll be like, do you want to just play in the G League and drop 50 real quick and just look like a baller? Okay.
Dude, we'd have to buy the Mad Ants.
No, I wouldn't. I would rather shit in my hands and clap respectfully. Town.
No way, dude. Buy the Mad Ants.
No.
Well, that's what we were talking
Start
about the whole
recruiting
stadium
talent.
thing with Tierney and like buying a team because I was like, you have enough to do that.
Yeah.
She was like, well, no, because there's not one here. She goes, I wouldn't want to travel to something every game, or especially if it was an NBA, you know,
Yeah.
you're going to that. But yeah, buy the Mad Ants, make it sweet.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that. Okay.
Or
Lottery, guys.
just buy the Coliseum, dude.
Empty dreams.
That
Just
was
buy
fun.
the Coliseum. Own the Coliseum.
Nah, that building. I think it's just it's got to go.
You want
Build
people
your
to
own
live
one.
with you.
I will.
There it is. We
Dude,
can build our own one then.
You guys, I have ideas. You just don't get it.
I just need $1 billion.
Hear me out. I have a great investment deal. It's not a pyramid scheme, but I just need $1 billion. Okay.
Here it is. Come live with me, or you don't get a fucking dime.
100K. Shop talk.
Shop talk.
Woo, we killed it, dude. That was great. That was good fun. Okay, Wabs. Worse than the best. Brought to you by
There it is.
MVP Lanes, the most valuable pins in Fort Wayne. They rack 'em, you smack 'em, where everyone is an MVP. It is your classic bowling facility, freshly remodeled. Inside is Bruner's Pub, home of Fort Wayne's first bottoms-up system. Collect 10 Bruner's Pub magnets from each beer. Next beer is on the house. The 11th one is free. Fresh lunch menu. I think they're doing like a
I
cheeseburger.
think it's cheeseburger today.
Yeah, same concept.
It's paradise.
Yeah. Cheeseburger in paradise.
Crushed it.
Buy 10 lunches. The 11th lunch is on the house. MVP Lanes, Bruner's Pub. Shout them out. Wabs. I'm going to go.
Okay.
It's quick. It's easy. And it sucks. One might argue it's mistakes you suck to make or hate to make, whatever that was called.
I don't know.
I forgot my belt for like half of a week last week
It's tough.
because I was dog sitting. And people that we have this kid, bless his heart, that works with us. And bless your heart right there, sarcastic. He doesn't wear one.
And
And
he pulls a Joey, man.
Ever.
And I realized that I'm like becoming an older generation style person because like I make jokes all the time where I'm like, I cannot wait for Christmas and our like Secret Santa because I'm going to buy you a fucking belt.
Nice.
Because it's just,
Are you going to buy him a reversible
I
one?
have to.
yeah, brown and black. It just
Yeah.
drives me crazy, dude. And so anyways, I proceed to work for I think 2, maybe even 3 full days with no belt. And when you don't have a belt, wallet, and or keys in your pants,
What are you wearing them for?
fuck, dude. Yeah, I feel nakeder than shit. It's stupid. I hate it.
Why didn't you just come home and get your belt after the first day?
It's in Ohio.
He only owns one belt.
Yes. I thought I had 2.
The belt's in Ohio,
Yes.
and you go to Ohio every night?
That's also, I forgot my pants.
Because his belt is in Ohio.
No, so that's okay. Quick backstory.
Okay.
They're in my pants. I take my pants off and I fold them up nicely so they don't get creases. Forgot said pants on the like bar stool in my mom's kitchen because
Next to the clocks.
yeah, you get busy and you're frantic, and I also have to drive like 42 minutes, so I want to make sure I get to work on time.
Pantsless.
Yeah, forgot the fucking belt, dude.
And the pants.
Well, and I forgot it knowing I stop at my apartment to either potentially shower or eat breakfast if I didn't eat it in Ohio. And I was like, yeah, I'll just grab my other belt. I don't fucking know where it's at, dude. I think it's either gone or somebody stole it or I just never had one. I don't know.
But then you went back to Ohio that night,
Forgot it.
and then the next day forgot it again?
Yeah, and then I finally remembered it because I had to get new pants. And so, yes, it's tough.
Okay.
That's my worst.
Okay.
When you don't have a belt, man, it's the worst.
It is the worst. I get it, man.
Yeah. How people do it, though, I would argue you are now closer to psychotic behavior.
Joggers, baby. Don't need no belt.
Can't wear them to work. I don't feel as professional.
Really?
The Lululemons just hit different when you
That
wear them to
makes
work.
sense.
It's just, I feel
That makes
fucking
sense.
ready to talk, to sell.
Speaking of psychos,
Yeah, Caleb?
no. I love her to death. Had a little tiff with my 10-year-old. Over the last couple days, she started her indoor soccer training,
This chick's the next Mia Hamm.
and
I'm convinced.
her indoor shoes from last year don't fit her.
Okay.
So
Alex Morgan's probably a better.
Alex Morgan's better, yeah.
Yeah.
We had to order some. She didn't think they were going to be in time. Well, we got them like literally overnight. Shout out to Dick's. Super fast shipping.
Hell yeah.
I love that Dick's is just called Dick's Sporting Goods because like you just never would think something's just called Dick's.
No.
Why?
Dick's.
But they were like a half size too big. So
2 pairs of socks.
well, that's what I told her. But
Yeah.
she's not down for that. She's super particular. I love her to death.
Sure.
But it's starting to get a little crazy.
Yep.
And then this morning she had it and she didn't know what she was going to do. And one of her teammates had an older pair that she could wear, but she was just like, nope, not doing that.
Oh yeah, somebody else's. I'm not doing that. I can't ball out in these.
That was literally basically what she said.
Really?
Yeah.
And
That's
She says
just,
she sucks because her shoes suck.
well, no,
that's just
because
superstition stuff.
that place where you can like that consignment store, like where you can sell like kids' clothes, like you can drop it off and they'll give you money for it. It's over by the mall.
Salvation Army.
I don't know if you know what it is. No, children, I get it.
What's that? Plato's Closet?
It's similar to that, but it's
Yeah.
like just for kids. But anyways, so we dropped off some old kids' clothes, and my wife was asking if they wanted to look around. Of course, my youngest one was like, "Yeah, I'll get this." And then she asked Piper, if she wanted to, and Piper's like, "No, I don't want to wear anybody else's clothes."
You will
Gross.
one day when you're a hipster.
And I'm like, "Oh, sweetheart."
It comes full circle.
But no, anyway, she just kind of had a meltdown this morning because, like, I guess a lot of stuff is going on. She was worried about the shoes, I think, even though she didn't really tell me.
Right.
And it's like, you're only 10. Everything should be fun for you.
Right.
And it's not. And it drives me nuts as a parent.
Like she's
and I just-
experiencing like adulthood at a 10-year-old age.
Correct.
Yeah.
And, like, I know it's just going to get 10 times worse, and I don't know how I'm going to handle it.
I would
It's
argue
going to be brutal.
Girl dad.
Yeah.
it must. If I had to make my bold prediction would be, if she's feeling this way at 10, I bet that means her like late teens, 20s, like she's gonna be on it. Like she's gonna be a very like career driven, like
Oh.
head to the grindstone, whatever the saying is. Like she's gonna fucking put in
Nose.
work.
Nose to the grindstone.
Yeah, and work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Anyway, I love you,
Yeah.
kid, but we got to figure it out.
Well,
Loosen up,
Yeah,
man.
we'll figure it out. All right. Dute, what's your worst day?
My worst was Sunday. I had a top 5 hangover.
That's it. Let's talk about it.
It was bad.
Let's unpack it.
It was bad.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in a second of the best, but
How we got
Saturday
there.
was fucking
I'm
phenomenal.
going to put the over under on barfage from northern and southern regions at 2.5. And I'm going to hammer the over.
Combined over, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But one north barf.
Okay.
And that was because
Ooh, 3 poopies.
yeah. So partied all night, ended up going to Mitchell's, just young guys it up.
Oh.
So
Were they playing the punk songs again?
I don't remember.
Early 2000s? Damn
I
it.
don't remember. We hung out in the country bar mainly.
Okay.
But woke up, went back an hour, so that helped. We had lunch reservations. It was supposed to be at 11. We had to switch the party, so it got pushed back to 1.
Mhm.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go at 11.
Yeah.
So we go to brunch at 1 at Ophelia's.
What
And,
the
like-
fuck is Ophelia's?
It's right off Wells. It's delicious. It's right off Wells.
So it's
where-
one, but it's
where-
really 2.
Yeah.
Your body thinks it's 2.
Oh, it's the building that
No,
used to be Bird and Cleaver.
Yeah.
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 Great pictures are taken
Yeah.
in there, I've heard.
Delicious.
Yeah.
But I wasn't one for conversation, and I threw up
At
right
the
before
table.
I threw up right before we left, and then I was like, okay, I'm feeling good now.
Yeah, you got it out.
Got it out. Nope.
Hair of the dog, baby.
Mimosas.
False.
Yeah.
False. I had to order a Coke. My hand was shaking drinking this Coke.
Dude,
Took 2 bites of my chicken sandwich, and I was just like,
this is coming back up.
I started getting hot. I was like, ugh.
Mm.
They're talking. I haven't said a word the entire time we're there, and I could tell I'm just like pale white, and they're just like,
So,
all right, okay,
Yeah.
there's this guy, and I was just like, I'm sorry. We got to do something else next time, and
Yeah.
I promise you I'm fun. I promise I'm a fun guy.
Have
Swear
you
to
heard
God.
my podcast?
yeah, for the love of Christ.
Get back home, and I'm
Zeus.
just like, babe, I'm going to the bedroom. I'm watching football. I'm laying down. Couldn't fall asleep. It was the worst.
Yeah.
I drank my body weight in water after drinking my body weight times 2 in BLs the night before.
Mm.
I had to pop more aspirin because I just realized that the aspirin I popped, I
Children's
threw up,
fuels.
immediately threw up.
I've always
and I was
wondered
like,
how
I don't
that
think that
works.
happened.
How
I was
does-
like, I don't think they took.
Doesn't it dissolve?
Yeah, but it was like I popped them right before we left, and then I
It takes some
remembered I
time. That's
threw
what
up.
like kids ingest something. They want you to throw it up.
Yeah, I threw it up, and I was just like, "Oh, that's bad news."
Okay.
Yeah,
Top 5 hangover.
it was top 5.
Woof.
Yeah.
Because
it's
for like the past couple times I've gone out, I've realized I go home at like 11 now,
yeah.
and I drink waters in between. There was no waters in between,
This was just
and I stayed out till probably 4 in the morning. Now that I realized that time fell back an hour, so we gained an hour at the bar. So I was just out there even longer.
Does everybody still hoot and holler when the clocks like change, but they don't change?
Sure.
I was on the bowl at that point. I had no idea.
I had no idea. They were already hooting and hollering me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's turn it upside down. Let's talk about our best.
Talk about our best.
Yeah, my best is I became a full-blown morning person.
Nice.
So
It's nice, isn't it?
It is a product of my environment 100%, so I will admit to that. So this is like a best with a backhanded worst compliment. Have you ever been in those situations where you just want the next day to get here? Like you just want it to finish so you can be done?
This morning.
That's basically what dog sitting is. I've realized now every time I go out there, like, don't get me wrong, I love our animals, like Amos, Andy, Romeo, Juliet, Squirt, 2 dogs, 3 cats. What's not to love? But I realize even when you're the person that's like nice about taking care of animals and like not only do you let them out and feed them, like you do the bare minimum stuff, but you also like love on them, give them some cuddles, pet them, whatever. You can only do that for so long. And you feel like the whole day's gone by and you look up at the clock and it's been like 33 minutes. And I'm just like, fuck. Like, I just now go to bed at anywhere between this past week. I've gone to bed between 8 p.m. and like 9:30. And it's one of those.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Where I'm like.
What time you wake up? 5?
5:30.
Did this morning.
Yeah. Like it's one of those where I go to bed because I just want this to speed up. I'm like, well, I know if I take this many sleeps and I go to sleep sooner, the sleeps are going to get me faster to Thursday when I'm done with this.
It's like a kid counting down to like Christmas or vacation.
Literally.
If I go to sleep at 5 p.m., it's when I wake up, it's going to be the next day.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my God, it sucks. But I do think the silver lining, that fucking so stupid. The silver lining to it is like, yes, like waking up early and getting adjusted to that has been nice because again, with like our work and just getting mentally busted up throughout the day, like,
yeah,
it's just cool to know that my day's already been like conquered for me personally. So shout out to being a morning person.
Killed it.
Nice.
My best.
What time do you wake up then?
5:30 or 6.
Ooh.
Yeah. So hopefully it kind of remains the same here. I mean, I do that in Ohio because obviously I have to drive so far, but now with the drive time being less, I'm hoping it's just like more wiggle room for, life happens shit.
Well, if you just keep it like naturally, your body, like right now, you keep waking up at that time.
Yeah.
You're waking up at 6, 7 instead of 5, 6 because time fell back an hour. So your body hasn't adjusted to the time change yet. So
Takes a
you're
couple
still
days.
thinking you're getting.
Don't throw me off, man.
I'm trying to help you out that it's easier to become a morning person now.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're following back.
And that's what I was thinking is I'm like, this was like the perfect time, weirdly enough, to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stars aligned.
Loved it.
Yeah.
My best. I'm done.
Okay. Mine. The aforementioned weekend. We didn't actually have to do anything. Outdoor
Hell
soccer
yeah.
ended last week.
Yeah.
Got a weekend off. Obviously, based off of my worst, it's starting up again this week. But we didn't do anything literally all weekend. We
R&R.
did some serious house cleaning, which was needed. Just watched some football. Notre Dame had a huge win against Clemson.
Weird.
Lions absolutely crushed Green Bay.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Is it
Hutch.
Is it a
I
unanimous
now refer
thing?
to him as Hutch.
When Alabama loses, it's a universally loved thing in this world.
Oh, yeah.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Clemson's there now, too. They're pretty hated.
When Notre Dame loses, I think it's great.
I think it's because Dabo Sweeney dug
Yeah.
that grave for them all.
He did.
He's kind of a fool.
Well, I think it's the same thing. Anytime Notre Dame loses, I get shit for it, even though like we're not the best football team
Yeah.
and haven't been, but people still treat us like we are.
Because you get
in terms of
preseason
when we
ranked for
lose.
no reason.
No. Anyways,
Yeah.
you guys can shit got beat by Northwestern. But no, it's something that like if this was just my everyday weekend, I'd probably lose my mind.
Yeah.
But it's just nice when it's every now and then you're just like, I'm not doing anything. We didn't call any friends. There was just nothing on the docket. The girls actually they had a sleepover on Friday. They had 2 friends come over. But that was it. And then it was just Saturday and Sunday. It's great.
Chill vibes.
It was.
Chill vibes. Love it.
GVs. Chill vibes.
That Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, Sunday was the worst.
Here comes the best.
Saturday was the best.
Yes.
It was a steady day at the shop, so it flew by. Made some money, paid my booth rent. We all knew that it was one of the barber's father-in-law's 50th birthday. So they rented out, shout out MVPs, hosted the birthday.
Thank you.
Wings and pizzas, just whapped it up.
Whap.
And then it was a good turnout. Like,
Get it, wings and pizza.
Wings and pizza, baby.
it was a good turnout. We were able to turn the games off, put the touch tunes on the whole time. So everybody was just DJing whatever songs they wanted.
Wicka.
I think we gave AJ's mom a mental breakdown. It got to be a bit much for her, which I understand. 100 drunk people. Shout out, sorry, Lori. I was probably one of the worst ones.
Oopsie daisy. Guy's an instigator.
But no, man, we got it done from the shop, went to Corner Pocket, tied a few on there, stopped in the casino, won $100 at the casino.
Yeah.
I tried to tell everybody, it's like, we're going in there, we're just doing one bet.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing.
how it
All the
should
cash
be.
in our pocket. And then we're getting out of there.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, okay, well, I am. I didn't do all the cash. I wish I did. I doubled it all. But I just put 100 on there. Black hit. We walked out.
See ya.
I was like, nice. Adios.
Yeah.
Duh.
Went home, took a shower, got ready. Me and Molly. Then we went to the party and then just rolled right into there.
Party
Saw
town.
people I haven't seen in forever. Shout out Rocky. Opened his own shop in Marion. He made it all the way up to Fort Wayne.
Nice.
So was with him. And then he's the one who talked me into going to Mitchell's. So it was me and the 22-year-olds at Mitchell's, baby.
Yes, OB.
Ugh. I mean, depending on the music, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
So
It was a good time.
Yeah.
And then time changed, gained an extra hour, gained an extra party hour. Got home, mac and cheese and pizza rolled it up, fell asleep on the living room floor.
Nice.
mac and cheese. So funny you say that. That was Fisher's go-to. He's like, you want me to make you like some food when we get back? And he's like, mac and cheese. I'm like, I don't know why you have this ready to go, but I'm fucking down.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And when he puts chicken patties cut up in it too, and I'm like,
Ooh.
dude, you're going straight dad mode on this meal, and I'm in. Like, feed me. Yeah. I also ate pizza out of a bag.
Put some sriracha on it.
No, that's too
Oh,
much.
it's fire,
You-
dude. It's
what
so
people
good.
don't understand with mac and cheese, drench it in salt and thank me later.
Salt and pepper and then sriracha, dude.
Jeez.
Fire,
No.
dude.
I don't
Yeah.
need any salt in my mac and
You
cheese.
you don't think you do, and then you do,
No.
and then you're like, now I do.
Oh, yeah. Always salt and pepper and sriracha, man.
Nope.
Fire.
Best
Fire.
and worst.
That's
Yeah.
Wabs.
That's Wabs, baby.
Wabby. Roger Wabby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Time.
Dead. Top 3.
Draft season.
Draft season, baby.
Beer
How's-
season.
Week 9, best beers. Top
How's
3.
the draft go, Sker?
Oh, wait. It is brought to you by
Okay.
First Shield Defense. You can only train at the range so much before it gets too expensive, too dangerous, or you run out of things you can safely train. First Shield Defense helps with this problem. Seeing how fast and accurate you are at the range should not be your only focus. Your self-defense training should include things like the psychology of violence, what a killer looks for in their victims, legalities, decision-makings, combatives, and so much more. First Shield Defense will help you with all of it. Text or call 260-267-5200 today to schedule your free consultation. FirstShieldDefense.com. Shout them out. Yes. Draft season.
Tell
Explain.
them 2 Dads, 1 Dut sent you.
Yes, that too.
Draft season. What we
Yes.
do,
Yes, we draft.
as we did last week, we all know. We talked about at the beginning of this pod. Sker Dad absolutely crushed it. N64 games. So, whoever wins the draft gets moved to the back of the line. They will be getting the 3rd pick. Conversely, who was the caboose, which I do believe was Travis,
What?
finished last.
Yes.
So you will now have the 1st pick.
I love it.
It's a
Strategy. Told you I had one.
Season-long experience here. We're going for all of football season. As you know as well, the loser will be having a cleaned, shaven face, except for above the lip.
Except for the stash.
Little
baby.
stash until the Super Bowl. Yeesh.
We'll figure it out.
It's there.
That's what it is.
But we're doing beers. And for the record, we came to this conclusion before the draft.
Yes.
really nothing's off the table. If you take one brand, it doesn't eliminate that entire name brand. So if somebody takes,
correct,
Bush, you can take Bush Light. You can do the whole shebang.
However, there are exceptions. So if you pick Corona, then all Coronas are out.
I think that's the only one.
Yeah. I'm just saying. So there are weird exceptions. They need to know.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
That being said, first overall pick, the best beer.
Watch this. So I thought about this a lot once we figured out what we were doing at about 4 p.m. So for the last 5 hours.
Great band, Sukiyaki.
Yeah, this has been on my mind. We tease it a lot. We talk about it a lot. Sometimes I think it goes undervalued, underappreciated, but it's a staple. It's a beverage that I think if we could get sponsored by one, it would be my knight in shining. It would be the one I would want all day for, and it's not Mountain Dews because we are talking beers. It's Bud Light.
Tried and true, man.
There's nothing wrong with it. I drink these fucking things like goddamn water to the point where it frightens me. So I got my own case of a 24 personal pack when I went to visit Fisher and KT, and
24 personal pack.
And it was one of those where like I just sit there and I realize like 6 of these fuckers are gone, and I feel like I haven't even blinked, and I'm just like, oh God. But I love it.
Dude, it's the best when you're out and you drink that first one and it's not terrible, because the first one's always the hardest. You drink that first one, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And then that second one, it just immediately goes down, and then you're like, these are going down way too smooth.
But
this is going to be a night.
We talked about it, I think, a little bit. That's what happened to me recently, where I drank so much Bud Light one day that we ran out, and they were like, oh, don't worry, man. There's still like beer in the cooler. And I was like, okay, cool. Coors Light. Don't hate it at all. Crack it open and sip it. You would have thought it was like fucking motor oil.
Yeah.
I was just like,
you had to hydrate yourself, man. It's basically water.
But I couldn't put it down. Like I was so accustomed to the BL taste that my body was rejecting Coors.
No, I get
Rejecting the mountains.
Like my mom, grew up. She drank Bud Light out of a bottle.
Shout out Carol.
So obviously, when I got to the age that I was able to drink, I drank Bud Light. There's friends and family, obviously at parties. There's a huge collision between Miller Lite, Bud Light. Not a Miller fan.
Immovable object versus impenetrable force.
And so I was the same way. I mean, I still enjoy a good BL like the next guy, but it's weird. Once the whole seltzer IBA stuff, like now when I drink it, it tastes different.
Yeah.
It's like this isn't as crisp, or it's like it's not even close to an IPA, don't get me wrong, but it's like, oh, this is more
India Pale Ale.
Bittery of a beer taste than I remembered, because obviously all the other stuff wasn't out there yet.
Yeah. No, Bud Lights still are really tight.
Yeah, it's a really good beer, man.
Yeah.
BL's New Moon.
Chef's kiss.
Then I guess you got to take its ugly sister, and it's Miller Lite, second pick.
Second pick, Dute.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the ITE, you know what I mean? It's not light, it's ITE.
It is. I find that very interesting for the spelling. I do think it plays into their favor, though.
It's a Pilsner. It's a Pilsner. You try the new Pilsners?
Yes.
I'm a Pilsner guy.
What's Pilsner mean? Is it how it's brewed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because IPA stands for India Pale Ale.
Sure.
Say it 3 more times, bud.
Yeah, that's nuts. I've learned that. I mean, I text you guys. I was like, what did I ask?
You're like, do you guys know what IPA stands for? And we were like, yes, obviously. And you go, I just found that out.
Yes.
Because
For
it
you,
said
dude.
India Pale Ale
I've
on
been
the
drinking
can.
for 18 years.
I was like, fuck, that was weird, dude. I don't know. But okay, Sker, first pick.
Oh, so
Third
for
pick in
me,
the first
again,
round.
this is going to be one of those where I thought I was going to have to almost bend the knee to try to win the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's not something that, goes by what I like. But you know what? I'm coming off a win. So who cares?
I got some time.
You want to get nuts?
Yeah.
Let's get
nuts.
I've got some collateral. I remember when this first came out, people thought at best it was going to be a seasonal beer. And I remember we were at B-Dubs for the first time. And I was like, what is that? And they're like,
Yeah.
we just got it in. I'm not saying I'm the reason that this beer took off, but I hyped it up a lot.
Okay.
And I'm glad to see that it's no longer viewed as seasonal, and it is just a staple in people's lives. And it's Bud Light Lime.
I knew it.
You're such a fucking douche, dude. Like, what a shit ass pick.
It's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Fucking cool, dude.
It's delicious.
Yeah, pick your next one, dude.
He picked his favorite. Let him have it.
Don't act like you don't love Bud Light Lime.
I never go, you know what I could go for right now is a Bud Light, but Make sure it's lime.
I remember when that cooler was filled with both Bud Light and Bud Light Lime. You smoked the limes first.
Might have just been what was handed to me. I don't know.
It
It was dark.
This one again.
You go ahead, man.
We're going out with a bang on this
Bud
one.
Light Lime Zero.
No.
0 calories.
It's not too
all
far
the
off,
flavor.
If it was 0 calories, all the flavor, that'd be sick ass beer.
Yeah, it would be.
It's got a sweet name. It's got a sweet can. It's also got a sweet taste. This is the old Natural Light, the old Natter Day.
Ooh.
Does that count?
How could it not?
Is Natter Day a seltzer?
No.
It's a beer.
So Natter Day, natural. I'll put Natural Light in.
The strawberry lemonade Natter Days.
Natural Light
The pink case.
Is it light spelled like the regular way? I think so, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's spelled regular.
Okay.
It's a phenomenal.
Okay.
It's light. It's refreshing.
The Natter Days, to my knowledge, because again, there was
It's got a sweet name.
but
They're
there
too
was
tart.
yeah, and there was
They get you back there.
there was a moment there where too many of the beer boxes were like that, like lime, like retro color, and I just remember those beers giving me hangovers in the moment as I was drinking them. I don't like that.
And I tell you what, Corey, if you don't personally vote for me just off of that pick alone,
So now that's
we're
what
not
doing.
friends anymore.
Now we're just fucking hedging, but this is terrible.
That's how the game was played, bud.
3 wins.
I'll make 3 wins.
3 wins.
I won mine honestly. That what's what's your second pick? Let's see.
Oh man,
It's shaping up good. I like what's happening.
I gotta go.
Remember, you're building a list to win, not to drink.
Yeah,
And I'm crushing it.
Yeah.
Wait till the third pick's mine too, man. People,
it's gonna be.
Yours are outlandish. Your picks are drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
if somebody takes it, I'm lost.
You gotta go Blue Moon there.
Oh my god!
Yes, that's what's gonna be mine. You stupid slut. God, fuck, dude. I'm so fucked now.
Yeah, need the orange though. You gotta have the orange.
Blue Moons.
In the grand scheme of things, I probably could have saved Natter till the end.
Yeah,
You could have saved all 3 of those, or all 2 of those till the end. As much shit you give
yeah,
me.
man.
That's a tough.
It's the Blue Moon for the bottomless Bramosas at Black Canyon.
Yeah.
So fire.
Blue Moon was the beer that I, truth be told, was hooked on Phonics more so than Bud Lights. I went on a weird Blue Moon phase where I would get them 2 at a time anywhere I went,
Yeah.
and they were just grand.
People are just like an orange and a beer.
Yeah.
What is this?
But even without an orange, I think Blue Moon is best out of a bottle, which I think usually like that's kind of what you get if it's not in a glass. Like I don't ever see like Blue Moon cans. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think I have seen Blue Moon cans. To
Yeah.
Be honest. Actually,
No, I have.
no.
But when it's
Yeah, they're like light. They're like cream
Yeah.
and like light
yeah,
blue, right?
but when it's an ice cold bottle, that is my preferred.
No, I need
Moon.
it in a
I need
big
it in
20
the
ounce,
glass,
and I
yeah.
need it with an orange. What are you
Mm-mm.
drinking a Blue Moon
Yeah,
any
dude.
other
You
way?
need it in
for?
the 22 ounce.
Correct.
No.
It literally was like doing nothing until somebody marketed it with an orange.
Okay, well I got the next 2 picks.
There you go, bud.
So
Blue Moon.
lot left on the table here. I really need to think more so for the Offspringer votes, not myself.
It's true.
And that's where I'm either going to win it or lose it with these picks. But I think
Yeah, probably.
I could see it.
One of those 2 things might happen.
You're
Well,
gonna
so-
win it or you're gonna lose it.
But so again, it's one of those where I think this one, it's on the come up. I think for a weird reason, it's becoming a preferred beer for a lot of people.
I know what it is.
And it's again, I don't know how it got there. Like it's one of those people that just kind of kept showing up to the parties, and then all of a sudden, like you're in the group message now. Like I don't know how you're here, but you're here, and nobody hates you for it. Like we actually all like that you're around. It's Michelob Ultra.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep. You are not wrong.
I think somehow, some way, this became. It was just not an overnight phenomenon, but it was just somebody that grew on you.
Yeah.
It was just a guy that was part of the gang, and all of a sudden you're like, "Are we best friends?" Like,
Skinny can get you skinny.
yeah. I mean, they have what, like no carbs in them too. Like, fuck, dude, you might as well drink those when you're working out. You'll be fine.
Well, again, like Tierney and I talked about this too. Like the whole thing that why seltzers took off is because it's less calories.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I really don't think that's why dudes drink it.
No, at all.
And I didn't even know that's what a thing was for a little while.
Oh yeah.
But I do remember some of my mom's friends back when I was younger when they did switch to Mick Ultra because it had less calories.
Yeah, it's.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
it's not even like that many less calories either.
No, I mean
it's
they
like
have like
6 or 7.
Right.
They're just like,
Well,
all right.
over the course of 20.
Over the course of 20. If you're drinking 20 beers, you're not worried about calories anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so then third and final. There's a lot left on the board, and you really have to pick accordingly. We're looking to win here. We're looking to get the second W, inch closer, crawl closer to you guys.
I hope you pick this so I don't have to pick it.
And that's why I feel like I have to pick it.
You have to pick it.
It drives me crazy because I love it, but it's never one that I proactively go after. Do I go through phases of it? Maybe. I don't know. It's Corona. It's Corona Extra or whatever.
That was not where I thought that was going.
Well, I knew what you were thinking I was going to pick, but I think this is going to be for the people.
Well, which one is it? Since we can't, you're not all incorporating this. Which
he said Corona was the only one that's all Coronas.
Yeah, like I picked Corona, so it's just you get Corona. You get extra,
Corona
you
Light,
get light,
Corona
whatever.
Extra.
Yeah.
I think there's a big difference between Corona and Corona Light. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's I never even realized now that I think about it which ones I drink usually. I think it's extra. If I don't know. I don't know either. Like when you go buy it, is it Corona Light that usually is on deck?
Corona Light's the good one, man.
Okay.
You with family? You drinking Corona?
I don't have friends. I got family.
You can have whatever beer you want in the house as long as it's a Corona.
Corona. Thanks, Dom.
You could have this one. It's his.
The Buster kept me on the drill. No, so I think I know where you thought I was going.
Yeah.
You're next, right?
Now I feel like I have to go there, but I don't want to go there. But it's right there. And I feel like people are just going to write in like, why didn't you pick this one? It's the favorite. It's Busch Lattes.
Oh!
It's Busch Lattes, man.
Okay.
And you
can't not pick it, man. It's Busch.
They've done the better spin on their cans with the corn cans and stuff. Like they've had fun with it and like the just camo orange and shit and all that.
It's
like
the You Betcha guy. You know what I'm talking about? You Betcha?
You Betcha.
Dude, who's just like, you at your local bar, you got the wooden nickel for $5. You're playing pull tabs. Investors? Yeah. Busch Lights, man.
Busch Light.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. Good pick. I mean, yeah, somebody had to, because then that means
It's Bud Light's little brother, you know what I mean? I'm not going to pick it.
this one I think is the one I'll be surprised if it doesn't make the cut. But
I'm
somebody
not taking it out of principle.
Okay, then. So then we can talk about.
No, we'll wait till we're done.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Final pick,
Oh, man.
Mr. Irrelevant.
There are...
So many.
Yeah, dude, this.
See, this is one, too, where I think there's a distinguish between the two of them, but you're just probably going to say that there isn't. This is definitely a different crowd than my first two,
Okay,
but we're going to do it.
I know what you're doing.
Do you?
Yeah,
It's the Heineken.
Ooh.
I knew it was going to be that or Dos Equis.
And technically, if I have to pick between, the Heineken Light is better.
The Heineken's hot take were better when they were in the short
100%.
The keg can.
the snub bottle, like
Yes.
the Coors Banquets, which
Absolutely.
honorable mention. They also have facts on their lids or just like motivational quotes. Love it.
Yeah.
No, the one that I was I just think it would make the list feel weird and almost like dirty if you voted for it, but it's Coors Light.
Yeah, I'm not taking
Yeah.
Coors Light out of principle.
Yeah, like the mountains are blue and I love it. That's a great idea, great slogan, great.
After you just called it motor oil, I can't pick it.
Well, yeah, and that's where I was like, it just feels wrong to put Bud Light in the front and Coors Light in the back and then squish in the middle like a Michelob. I don't know. I needed something like kind of just different all the way around each pick.
Yeah.
Felt different. Yeah.
Stella.
Stella was
Stella
on
was
there.
good. I had Yingling. That was big for a long time.
Buddy, you should have picked Yingling. I feel like that's like a cult classic.
Especially around here.
We used to
Especially
drive
around
to
here.
Ohio when it was only there for
Yup.
and like we would snag that all the
Oldest
time.
brewery in America, dude.
Keystone?
Yep.
The Stones.
Stones. If you would have took Busch Light, I was taking Keystones.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, you get 30 beers. That's not to love.
That's the original 30 rack.
Yeah. Ugh. PBR?
No.
Yep.
I love PBR, brother.
You got to be in the dive bar to get a PBR.
You do.
And they're usually $2
Or
and you get
65.
Yeah.
love it.
One of the two.
Yeah. Depending on the neighborhood of Chicago.
Yeah.
They range in both those prices.
And then we talked about it. Modelo is a
I
good.
had Two Hearted on there.
I did.
Oh.
I know it's a favorite. It's like the
Based
it's
off
like
your,
the basic. It's like the IPA 101.
Is it?
Like if you start drinking IPAs,
You're gonna
it's like
have-
Everybody does that one first.
Too
Too
Hearted.
Hearted
You're
in
gonna do
there.
a Bell's Oberon.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: I see your brother put down 2 to 4 of them, and he's just fucking rocked.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
he hasn't eaten 2 days.
Well,
He
yeah,
also hasn't eaten in 2 days.
but I also
Lemon juice.
I want a casual 16 to 24 BLs to just cruise me right to altitude.
Yeah, baby.
Like I don't need 2 to 4. Just
I can't do 2 to 4 Two Hearteds and then put 7 VBs on top of that. I'd be nuts.
Dude, I'll be cross-eyed. Yeah.
Let us know what you're drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll recap real quick.
Recap, please.
El Dute, Miller Lite, Blue Moon, Bush Light. Pretty solid lineup. Trav,
Yes.
he went with Bud Light, first overall pick.
Had to.
Mick Ultra,
Mm-hmm.
Corona.
For the fitness people.
It's Fast and Furious.
Uh-huh.
Sker Dad,
Right
Bud
or die.
Light Lime, The Natural Light Natter Days. Don't touch my hiney.
Don't touch my Heineken.
What, you drinking Weinekens and French fries? Get out of here, dirt.
Dude, we got to do movie stuff more. Movies are tight.
Vote, you know where.
Yes. Everywhere possible.
Yeah.
On the
Let us know what you guys
platforms.
think.
Yeah.
Email the pod.
I think I've made it.
at Gmail, everywhere.
I've made
Which
it.
ones did we forget?
I've made it the unofficial day that voting, the pod vote will start Friday, and then whether you guys post it, but you have to do it Friday or Saturday. So that way we get the.
Nah. I'll post it whenever I post it.
Well,
As
yeah.
long as it's before Monday.
But
When the pod starts,
we need
we're
more,
good.
You need more time for a full 24-hour revolution to go through before it's pod time.
We'll figure it out.
Nah. I thought that was the point of, like, you lose, you pick the thing, and that way you know what it is, so you get the advantage, and we have a short amount of time to study for it.
Sure, but I still think we just, in all fairness, want to study a little bit at least.
Beers?
It was a good study. Easy. Quick.
There's nothing to study.
Plus I'm cheap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's top 3.
All right.
Yeah. Dead.
Top 3, dead.
Top 3 done. Hot take time. So, those of you who are still here, we're going on the hour and 12th minute, maybe 10. We don't have one. We're brain dead. We're brain farted out. We want people, Offspringers, to write in theirs,
Yeah.
and then we will debate them in our own dynamacy.
Yeah.
In our
Write
own-
us in your hot takes.
Yes.
And let us know if they're actual hot takes. Travis is out here just giving good ideas.
I'm giving a lot of them.
Skur's getting fucking cheap hot takes.
Yeah.
Are they? Or are they hot fucking takes?
Asterisk.
Oh my god.
They're great
Asterisk.
takes. They're great hot takes.
They
and
are.
I believe in them.
They're so hot that they're cold. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They're
You can be
just,
burned by the cold, bud.
Yeah, bud.
yeah, they're bad.
You're bad.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone. Nah.
Wearing it. That's it.
Episode 76.
Pick up
Bear
the-
us.
Beer me. Boom.